Hmm. What's up, guys? This is Super Mike 2164, and I just wanted to make a couple of comments on this topic here because it's about time to change some tactics. It's been time, but we need to start. Not start, but we need to up the process of cutting away. So this is the separation process, and this process, you know, Black America. Now, keep in mind the people who out here ruining the language, demeaning, devaluing Black people. These people, I don't care what color you are, if you know what you're doing and you intentionally are doing stuff with the intention, to hurt people, to hurt Black people. You have hatred in your heart. You want to hurt Black people. That's a problem. What's going on, everybody? Press the thumbs up button for me. You can share the stream. Uh, we'll be up here an hour if someone wants to come up here and talk. So you can come up and talk if you want to. But I want to have a small discussion about this, or we're just gonna just conversate about this. We gotta stop. If you're someone who are a proud person, if you're Black, or even if you're not Black, but mainly if you're a Black person, and you're proud of your history, you're proud of the good part of your people. You don't have to ignore whatever problems Black people have, but you cannot be out here intentionally trashing Black people and saying that you represent Black culture. You can't. First of all, these people cannot represent Black culture because first of all, most of these folks are saying that they're not even Black. So I don't care if you're genetically Black, you have the lineage, but you reject your lineage. You're not pro-Black, but you're genetically Black, but you say you hate Black people. Everything that comes out of these type of people mouths, these people, everything that comes out of these folks' mouths is some anti-Black, really white supremacist talking point. But they get to say it, and they get, it's almost like the N word because because you're Black, you get to say the N word with impunity, and white people don't really get to say it like that because, of course, it's racist. So these are genetically Black people, but they out here just spewing some of the most racist talking points. It's anti-Black, and that's fine. That's their right to do that. But we cannot be including these people. Their behavior is not a reflection on Black culture. It's not a reflection on Black people because out of their own mouths, they don't either these type of men, they don't like Black women. These type of women who are not who these are people that we call skin folk. This means that just because they look like you, they hate you. They hate where they came from. They hate their own history. They don't even know their history, most of them. They don't even look into their own history, most of these folks. These people are severely diseased in their heart. Their hearts are full of hatred of self. So everything that comes out of their mouth, they're trying to connect with anything but Black. A lot of these folks raised in different regions of the country, and they went to these schools. They went to schools sometimes um, where they're the minority numerically. They didn't have that many Black people that went to those schools. And from a child, they just grew up having to sell out their own folks in order to make friends with the white kids. I have a family member who they do daycare at a predominantly white um, daycare, like a Christian daycare thing. And most of the children that they watch are white kids. They got some East Indian kids and just a few black kids, two or three black kids. Uh, the facility is owned by a immigrant, black person, but this black person, I'm told, is more like the skin folk type. They do everything to bend over backwards. It's a mammy type. They bend over backwards to make the white kids feel extra special, but any other group of kid, any other color, they don't get the best treatment in that school. I mean, my family member treats everybody the same, but there's a distinct behavior. When black kids have to grow up and they're numerically outnumbered, they don't get to exhibit and to be comfortable in their own skin. They get picked on and teased right from childhood. These kids are like 1 years old to like 5 years old. I was told that, just instinctively, uh, the black kids get picked on by multiple white kids. These are babies. So they work together, they break rules, you can't discipline them. It's against the state law. And that brings me to, a conversation I had, excuse me, conversation BMT we had about disciplining. And that discipline, that actually, in a good society, it's a good thing. Now, I don't believe in overly disciplining, but I do believe that corporal punishment should be a tool in the hands of responsible parents. Responsible parents should have that right. Now, most of them probably won't use that all the time. Some of them will never use it. But if the police officers have the right and the authority to beat you or to use violence, then this means violence is the bedrock of the society. The parents should have the authority, if they see fit, based on the situation, to use that on their children if they see fit. And any abusers, they need to be prosecuted. But you don't take that authority away from all parents like that. But yeah, so I think a lot of these people, when they grow up, black kids, that there's a particular situation that I was told where I guess the white kids were kind of beating up on this young little black girl. She was like 2 or 3 years old. They said that she said that they'll sometimes be picking with her, taking her toys, laugh together. They throw the toys and keep the toy away from her. They'll throw her down. They be like getting on top of her and stuff, like humping her and stuff. And my family member has to come over there and stop that. And the girl just would sit there first. My family member told me that the girl just sit there first. And so, you know, my family member told her, the girl's like, hey, don't let them do that. If there's anything. And so I think once the black kid realized that she had an ally that would stick up for her, then she began to push back. But I'm just thinking about how many, and so now she doesn't. She fight. Said the girl doesn't take any stuff from them anymore. But I'm just thinking about that training. When you don't have an ally, when you're not supported, then you change your behavior in order to fit in. In order to fit in an anti-black society, because that's what this society is. It's a society that's literally based on stealing. You know, it's based on stealing from everyone else, but keeping, but no one can do the same to you. So it's really bound for destruction. So this is not something that you really want to tie yourself to. But I'm thinking about these guys. I mean, if you go into this military, a lot of times these guys, when they get up into these officer spots, of course, you have to make the white officers happy. And when you get into the trades, a lot of these trades unions and stuff like that, they they suck up to the white guys because these guys, you historically, they held the positions of authority. But this is kind of changing now. Demographics, people are not taking it anymore, and so now it's really no excuse to be cooning anymore. You have to tear yourself away from the coon type of behavior. Like that fresh and fit situation. These guys, they up there trashing black women, talking about they don't want to date black women. Okay, if you don't want to date black women, just don't do it. But when you got to make money by trashing black people, you got black women on the internet trashing all black men. Make a distinction. The stereotyping. Our people used to fight against being stereotyped. Our people literally used to protest and fight against media stereotypes. But now we have people, black looking people, as Vicky Diller says, people that look black. They can't represent us. They don't represent us. They don't even want to be black. They don't like black people. So how could any of these people's behaviors, when they get called out for behaviors, how could we feel bad because these people who we can't control those people. We can't control those fucking people. They hate themselves, so they cannot love us. They hate being black. They want to call themselves Americans. They want to identify with the white Aryan cause. They enjoy when black people suffer. They literally enjoy it. You hear these people online, they love just, I mean, making excuses for black people who get murdered. These are black looking people, but they make excuses when we know that the KKK, we know that all of these white supremacist organizations have joined these police officers and black folks get murdered. And the first thing out of these guys' mouths, they can't wait to get on the internet to go ahead and make fun of of the dead black person, even if they're completely innocent. Most of the time, they are innocent. We can't we can't say that these people, because these people have chosen to stick with white folks no matter what. So as we start to develop real, true black folks, I mean, I ain't saying that we don't have problems. Yeah, we got a lot of problems. So we got a lot of bad behaviors and stuff like that. But we can work with people as long as they don't deny themselves, as long as they're trying to develop themselves and develop their people, as long as they love themselves. But when you got these people who are supposedly intelligent, they hate themselves, they don't want to even identify themselves as a black person. They every chance they get, they found selling out black people, selling out the interests of black people. Come on. They're marrying every other kind of people, and but they're married to some other group like an Asian or a white person or whatever. But at the same time, they're married, but they got the time to come back on the internet and trash black people. That is a severe disease of the heart. These people are diseased, and it's not something that you can really, we don't have time to deal with this anymore. You got, situations right now with China. I just was looking at the news. And I was listening to these brothers B1 agriculture. You got China buying large sections of America. This is what they're doing. They don't need to take over you with bombs and guns. They just buy they send their they got these companies in China where these people, if you're pregnant, they will get you to America. You have your baby in a hospital in America, get a birth certificate for the baby, then fly right back to China. Now you got dual citizenship. Okay. You raise your kid, program them to be loyal to China, and now they're coming over. They're buying properties and they are shipping the topsoil, the rich American topsoil, on giant boats so that they can grow crops in China, destroying the land. You see, this is these American politicians. They're allowing this stuff. They're selling out. You know, this is what really, because Black America, we don't really have the control like we should over those things. We're going to have to start doing the same for ourselves. We're going to have to start buying land, developing ourselves, developing our kids, developing our families. As we do that, some of these folks going to be getting jealous. They're going to be trying to infiltrate us to destroy what we do because everything they hate themselves. They hate every good thing that comes to another Black person because they got a diseased heart. And so this is we can't be responsible. We can't keep allowing these stereotypes. Black people, just because a black person does something bad, that's not a reflection on everybody. We got to get out of that. That's plantation politics. That's that stuff that used to happen on the plantation where a couple black people see it doesn't notice the media, the white media doesn't do that with white people. White people murdering folks all over the place. They do these mass shootings. They got guns and everything. It's just that individual. It's not all of them, you know. But with us, just because Baltimore has some problems educationally, everybody, it's all black people. Just you're all losers. Look at Baltimore. Just because you have some killings in Chicago or anywhere else. Oh, look at all these black people, all of y'all losers. No, we're not equal to losers. The people who talk like that and think like that, they are losers. And those are not reflections on all black people. Most black people are trying to do something beneficial to them for themselves. Nobody's perfect. Ain't nobody perfect, but most people are out here trying to do something beneficial. They're trying to develop themselves. They're trying to have a better world for their children, you know, and this is what we need to reflect. We got to stop equating. I don't look at the problems and the setbacks or the crimes or the no. We got to stop equating all. We got to stop equating all black people with the worst behaviors, and anybody that's out here bootlicking, selling out. If you're putting American politics and white society dominance and control above fair treatment. These people, they're literally coming out and saying it now. They're like, if black people get fair treatment, it is un-American. Now, if they're coming out and telling you straight up now, almost, we cannot give black people fair treatment, otherwise that's un-American. We can't give you reparations. We can't do right by you. Okay, so this means that either you're going to kill yourself, you're going to commit racial suicide as a black American because you're going to choose America, because America, the people who are running America, which is predominantly white folks, people running America has said we need to we're going to put white dominance and control above fairness. That's what they want to do. So how are we going to survive, or are we going to sit here and just allow it to happen? No, we're going to survive, but some of us are going to go back and they're going to keep staying on the plantation. And so those people we can't allow to represent us no more. We can't do that no more. So, that's all I want to do. I just wanted to put that out there because I'm just noticing we always get, I mean, just like Fly Nubian Queen, they had a damn, I mean, it's cool. They had this thing, do black men hate black women? No, bootlicks hate black women. We got to start describing people as what they are. Skin folk hate black women. Those ain't black people. We can't equate these traders and these sellout type of people with us because they have more than enough time to understand what it takes to develop, but they're choosing to spew poison on the airwaves. Now, I'm not expecting people to be perfect, but what I'm saying is if you're always just everything that you say when you're talking about there's no fairness involved in your commentary. Black people this, black, and you generalize everything. There's no distinctions. No distinctions. Even though you might be on a 10, 20 black people who you literally agree with, but everybody's a Pookie and Ray Ray. And that's negative. We got to stop that. And so that's pretty much all I wanted to do. Nobody wants to come up. So, guys, appreciate whoever checks this out. Share the message. Go ahead and put down what you think. But yeah, we got to stop doing that because I don't even consider these people. If you're somebody who doesn't even want to be a black person, just because you're genetically black, your behavior doesn't. You're not reflective. You're not reflective. I mean, you have the ability to change because you have the lineage, but you're trying to emulate somebody else's culture. You're trying to reject your own lineage. So your behavior is not a reflection on us. Your behavior is not a reflection on black, positive, self-loving people who want to develop their community, who want to develop the people who look like them, who, you know, that if you are trashy, musty, dusty, drunk, arrogant, stupid, foolish individual who hates everything. The stereotypes that these people hate, it is not black people's fault. The stereotypes are the fault of themselves because they're out there pushing the negative, and the stereotypes are the fault of the white media because they highlight everything negative. We expect the white media to be racist against black folks because that's all they've done ever since they've been here, and ever since we've been here in this country. Because their job is to devalue us, so it makes it okay for people to steal from us. But the black people are not supposed to devalue themselves. We can't tolerate it from none of y'all, from the white media nor the black people. So, but we can't control them right at this moment because, this country is still ran by these racist white folks. So right now, at least we can call them out, reject them, and reject everything they do. I'm not even worried about them no more. They are just, to me, if you insist on making black people the enemy, then you just as much as the enemy as any Aryan racist. Keep in mind, not all white people, but I'm saying the racist white people. If you want to be racist, no matter what skin tone you are, then you do not reflect our culture. All right. That's it, guys. Peace, peace, peace. Share the message, make a comment, and that's it. Peace.